going to purchase the Zippo, I was reading the reviews on it, and there's a lot of negative reviews. People are having trouble lighting this thing. Impossible to light it. And the reason being is that they are holding this Zippo incorrectly while trying to light it. The correct way to hold it, it's going to light every time, and there's no reason why to return it to Amazon and to leave a negative review. Okay, today I'm going to do a quick review on the Zippo Fire Fast mini torch. This is one of many that's on the market, but I chose Zippo because they're a well-known brand and they've been around forever. Anticipate some quality control here, and it works off refillable lighter fluid that you can fill up on the bottom here. Well, here's some usage for your mini torch. You can use to light grills, routing, melting, cutting, shrinking, heating, loosening, cooking, browning, lighting, insect removals, burning, and graving. So a lot of practical usage for your Zippo mini torch. And let me go over the controls with you real quickly. Back here is where you open up the gas supply in conjunction with the trigger over here. So when you press these two together, the gas will be released. If you push the trigger all the way in, it'll light the flame. On the top here is how you control the type of flame. All the way forward, you get that nice long stream. If you pull all the way back, you get that candlelight type wicking. And on this side is how you control the length of the flame. It could be very long or very short, depending on the position of this control. Okay, let me quickly show you this, the flame control. So we talked about the top button before. So all the way forward is the stream. Push it back, it becomes candlewick. Now, this one on the side here, we're going to show you. I'll pull it back and you can see how the flame gets longer. Pull it forward, it gets smaller. So now, when I was originally going to purchase the Zippo, I was reading the reviews on it, and there's a lot of negative reviews. And almost all of it is concerning that people are having trouble lighting this thing, or they're finding it impossible to light it. And the reason being is that they are holding this Zippo incorrectly while trying to light it. The instructions are not very clear on how to hold it. So most people assume, hey, you hold it like a pistol and you try to light it. So the webbing in your finger back here is going to push onto this control, and they're using the forefinger on the trigger. Here the gas is on, but you can't push that trigger. The reason why is that this trigger only works when you push it straight back horizontally. So when you're holding it like this, like a pistol, you're trying to push back on the trigger. What are you doing? This is going down slightly. So it's hard to do. The correct way to hold it, and it's going to light every time, is to do the same thing. Use your webbing between your thumb and your forefinger to push on the gas supply. Take your forefinger and wrap it behind this top button. And then use your middle finger on the trigger. And then once you get this position like this, it's going to light every time. Okay, so let's try it. Now, when you wrap your forefinger across the top like this, what's going to do is that as your middle finger starts to pull back on the trigger, it has a tendency of pulling down, but this forefinger will balance it and keep it level. So it's going to light every time. Now with this forefinger, you got to be careful that you don't touch this metal part because it's going to get very hot. And I said to wrap the forefinger behind this switch here, because if you put it in front of the switch, when you're trying to light it, you're going to accidentally push this switch backwards, because that's the natural reaction when you're lighting it. And it's going to shut off the gas supply, so you're not going to be able to light it. Let me show you why. See, I pushed it back accidentally. So just put it behind, and you're all pretty much set to go. So push, trigger, hold this down, it's going to light every time. Okay, I showed you a second way to use it like you're going to normally do it, but put your palm on top of here. Now this is a two-handed approach, so it's a double action. So turn the gas on, here the first click, and then the second click. Another way of doing it is you're going to use this back or the third joint of the finger on the trigger. Then you use the second hand like a lobster claw, hold it like this, and then you can see. So this hand is keeping it level, while this hand is going to push it back in light. So we got the one hand method or the two hand method, whichever way is most comfortable for you. So don't do what Zippo does on the videos like this, because it's just not going to light. So I gave you 2 or 3 ways of lighting the Zippo. If you use this technique, it's going to light every time, and there's no reason why to return it to Amazon and to leave a negative review. Next, I'm going to compare this mini torch to these type of lighters that I was using to light the fire starter on my barbecue grills, and I'm going to show you why this is a far superior way of lighting it. And I'll turn on the lights in this kitchen so we can actually see the flame. So let me get that set up and let's get this thing going. Okay, here's a quick comparison. This is your regular candlelight type of lighter. And you can see this is the flame that you can get out of it. And this is setting at full blast. So this is not going to light any fire stick at all. It may light a tumbleweed type fire starter, but that's about it. Compared to this one here, where you got quite a bit bigger candlelight type flame. This one here is more of a high-powered butane lighter, and this is the flame that you can get out of it. I've been using this for a long time, but I found that it's a hard time starting the fire brick type fire starters, especially the dense one that I'm going to show you in the upcoming video. It won't light it. So we'll show you this flame here. Show you the difference between the two flames. See, this is a lot stronger, a lot more bluer. This one here, you can see they both extend about the same distance out, but this one here just does not have the power this one has. So I'll do a demonstration of this lighting up very dense fire starter brick. These are 2 types of fire sticks that we use. This one here is like compressed cardboard, and this light's pretty easy. You can even light it with this type of big lighter. But the harder one is this one here, which is compressed sawdust. It's probably held on with racks. And the big lighter is not powerful enough to light this very hard fire stick. So we'll show you a demonstration. We'll put the fire stick inside gravity-fed grill here, and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, we'll grab the Zippo like this. Make sure it's all the way forward so we get a nice good flame on it. So we're just going to burn a hole right through the middle of this thing to get it going. You never get this thing lit with a regular barbecue torch. It's just too hard. So she's lit right down the middle. But you know, these hard ones, once you get them lit, they're going to stay lit pretty good, pretty compacted. Yeah, you can see how this thing lit it. It lit it pretty fine. On a regular fire stick, it just lighted like 1 second. So this is a quick demonstration on the Zippo lighter here. I hope you found this video informative. Please click the like button, and when you have a chance, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.